Trick or treat, everyone! If you're looking for a versatile, no-bake dessert cup recipe, today we're making a 5-flavor variety of spooky cheesecake cups from just one base filling recipe by magically turning the base into Dracula's Delight, Cookie Butter, Death by Chocolate Dirt Cups, Monster Mint Chocolate, and Cookies and Scream. Just by switching up the mix-ins and decorations to easily and effortlessly impress at your Halloween event or small business orders, because there's sure to be a favorite flavor for everyone. And guys, I wanted to thank all of my amazing subscribers for your sweet support with this Halloween giveaway for your chance to win these pumpkin, ghost, and cat plush pillows, decorative molds from this video, the vampire fangs, tombstones, and knives, 3 adorable Halloween sprinkle mixes and peeps, as well as a 50-pack of clear dessert cups and shovel spoons, so you can make your own spooktacular cups. To enter, you need to be subscribed to my channel here on YouTube and also be following me on my Instagram. Then comment down below of this video your Instagram username and a ghost emoji. I will be announcing the winner on my Instagram story Friday, October 20th. And thank you so much again to the Sugar Magic family for enjoying my content. First, we're whipping up this super easy base recipe for our 5-ingredient no-bake cheesecake filling. Cocoa the Cat's secret tip to a light and fluffy mousse-like consistency that's delicious while being firm enough to pipe with is to combine the mixture with a stabilized whipped cream frosting. So let's prepare the frosting first. Start by adding 2 cups of heavy cream to a chilled mixing bowl, as well as 4 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and beat it on high speed with a cold whisk attachment until soft peaks form. A hand mixer will also do the trick if you don't have a stand mixer on hand. Just requires a little more muscle and some patience, but the key is to work with a cold mixing bowl and cold beaters to ensure the peaks come together. After seeing those soft peaks, piping gel is the most essential ingredient to holding the firm shape when piping a dollop or any design with a star tip without deflating into a watery blob of whipped cream. Throw in 4 tablespoons of the piping gel and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I prefer clear to prevent discoloring the whipped cream. All you need to do is whip continuously until reaching stiff peaks. I showed you guys a double batch of the original recipe to yield about 10 to 15 5-ounce cheesecake cups. This is from Wilton. It's my absolute go-to for whipped cream frosting, and Coco the Cat is a big fan of it too. Go ahead and pop it in the fridge while we complete part 2, which is the cream cheese mixture. The remaining ingredients you'll need are cream cheese and more powdered sugar. Keep in mind you want the packages that are in block form, not a spread or tub. These are 4 8-ounce packages that are at room temperature. Before mixing in the powdered sugar, I like to break up the blocks to soften the cream cheese a bit. Then, to help thicken the mixture, mix in 2 cups of powdered sugar, and I almost forgot to pour in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Guys, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by my channel. Be sure to join the party and subscribe for more fun treat tutorials, and hit that bell to receive all notifications. The cheesecake looks spooktacular so far. Once everything is incorporated, it's time to take the whipped cream frosting out of the fridge and fold it into the cheesecake mixture a little at a time. Gently folding in the cream instead of using a mixer prevents deflating the air. We want all that air for the moussey consistency. When the last of it has been folded in, the fun part is dividing up the filling into 5 bowls to transform into 5 different flavors by varying and switching up the mix-ins, decorations, and cookie crumbs. The yummy varieties of cookies we're using are classic Oreos, mint Oreos, graham crackers, and Biscoff cookies. Before crushing the Oreos, twist the sandwich apart and remove the cream. Anything without cream goes right into your machine of choice like a food processor or Ninja Express chopper. My unique gadget here is actually a grater with a handle. An electric chopper is definitely the quicker route. This is more manual. I just thought it would be cool to show you the visual of all the crumbs piling up. As for graham crackers, mine were pre-crushed from the crust mix packet of the Jell-O cheesecake kit. Feel free to crush up your own. To give the cookie crumbs more flavor and a better texture, I'm mixing in some butter. I'll show you the recommended amounts of the magic potion for each type step by step when we layer the cups a little bit later on. Next are some tips and tricks on how to mold chocolate decorations. This year's candy molds were a great find from the baking section at Joann Craft Store. For any small details like the fangs here, I put the white chocolate into a piping bag to be more precise and avoid going outside the lines. Then cover the remaining layer for the lips in red chocolate, tapping to settle it out. With thicker designs like this, you don't have to worry as much about the chocolate cracking when removing from the molds. I recommend silicone pouring cups for larger designs like the tombstones that are a solid color, and to adequately thin out the chocolate melts. That way it's able to have a flowy consistency. The thinning agents and temperatures vary depending on the chocolate. Sweet Tooth Fairy or Merkins is my favorite for molding, but from experience, Sweet Tooth Fairy leaves more of a shiny finish that isn't as dull for chocolate details. 2 videos back on my channel, I show this more in depth. However, if you're a beginner or need more help with that, my ebook explains it all step by step. I'll be sure to link my ebook down in the description box below. The knives were the most challenging molds, especially the ones with thinner handles are more likely to crack when popping them out, and the black chocolate requires more candy coloring, which means the higher oil content makes the surfaces even more soft and melty. Definitely use a lighter pressure to push them out and take your time. Finish off the blade with a silver edible paint by combining silver luster dust with a few spoonfuls of clear vodka. The Everclear brand is a higher proof alcohol to achieve a more intense look. And all the chocolate decorations came out fantastic. First dessert cup is Dracula's Delight, which has the bloody strawberry sauce to sweeten our plain cheesecake base like a strawberry cheesecake. I have 16 ounces of frozen strawberries and a third a cup of sugar in my saucepan, cooking this on medium heat and stirring to dissolve the sugar into the berries. Feel free to make this in the microwave if you prefer, as long as it's cooked low and slow. I like to monitor the heat over the stove and lower to prevent burning or scorching. Once the strawberries have softened a bit, start breaking them up either with a tool like this meat chopper, or if you have an immersion blender, that's even more convenient. It's good to go for the cornstarch when the strawberries are more liquidy. The cornstarch blends best as a slurry-like mixture, otherwise it will clump up inside the sauce. Mix 2 teaspoons of cornstarch with 1 tablespoon of water to dissolve the slurry in there thoroughly and thicken up the sauce. The color is even more vibrant with a few drops of red gel food coloring to create a bloody red. Finish cooking by bringing to a simmer. Whether you like a more chunky sauce or completely blended, that's all up to what you prefer. After removing from the heat, completely cool it down. I decided to throw the sauce in my Ninja Chopper to puree even more. To assemble Dracula's Delight, I'm using 5-ounce square cups. On the bottom layer, there's going to be the graham cracker crumbs. Per 1 cup of crushed grahams, I mixed in about 4 tablespoons of melted butter until it has the texture of a wet sand, and added a few spoonfuls into the cup with these cute shovel spoons. Actually, they do an excellent job at spreading and getting into the corners. Then I pack down the crumbs into a crust to create an even layer. Not only does it look neat and clean, packing down prevents the bloody sauce from seeping through the layers. Next, pipe the strawberry layer with a piping bag, followed by plain cheesecake filling for the third layer. It's easier to pipe in a smaller cup with a small decorating tip like tip 12. When laying down the crumbs in the middle layers, I spread it out enough without packing or pressing it down so that the layers underneath don't get squashed, just like spreading icing on the surface of a cake. Keep in mind the cup gets wider as you get closer to the top, so you may need a thicker layer of crumbs so they don't get lost. Decorate the top layer with pretty dollops of either cheesecake or stabilized whipped cream frosting, piped with Ateco French Star Tip number 866 and Dracula's favorite axe and fang decorations. The second flavor is a beautiful cookie butter. To our base cheesecake filling, we're mixing in 2 to 3 tablespoons of cookie butter, depending on how much you like. Whip that in just until combined. It should turn the filling a light beige color. As for the Biscoff crumbs, I crushed half of a package and stirred in 3 tablespoons of melted butter. The Biscoff cookies were the easiest to get to that sandy texture without using as much butter since they aren't as dry. For the bottom layer, shovel in a few more generous spoonfuls of Biscoff crumbs and pack it down. Then go in with the cookie butter cheesecake filling for the second layer. This cup is divided in quarters and has fewer, thicker layers since there's no strawberry sauce. Repeat with another layer of Biscoff crumbs and cookie butter filling. I chose extra stabilized whipped cream frosting for the top layer, piped with the same Ateco tip number 866 and a ghoulish ghost peep with a pumpkin candy corn. To secure Boo in there, I cut off the bottom, leaving the flat, sticky part to attach in between the dollops of whipped cream, and Boo is all ready to trick or treat. The third flavor is a Death by Chocolate Graveyard Dirt Cup. Turn the plain cheesecake into a chocolate flavor by mixing in 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And for the Oreo dirt crumbs, take half a pack of crushed Oreos combined with 5 tablespoons of butter. There's really no right or wrong amount. However, if you find the crumbs are too dry and soak up the butter instead of forming into a sand, I suggest adding 1 tablespoon more. For some reason, I noticed the Oreos needed the most butter. A thick layer of Oreo dirt is needed to build the foundation of the graveyard. Once the dirt is packed, pipe the second layer of chocolate cheesecake filling. Since this cup is divided into thirds, the layers are the thickest. Finish with a pile of dirt on top and dig the grave to sink in the tombstone, along with gummy worms and bones. The fourth flavor is a green and mean monster mint chocolate. Into the filling, I'm mixing a few drops of lime green gel food coloring for a Frankenstein green and a 1/4 teaspoon of mint extract. This extract is super strong, only a few drops are needed in this potion. For the sequence of the layers, I added Oreos, mint cheesecake, then Oreos in thirds, just like the dirt cups. And to bring the Frankenstein decorations to life, I baked green sugar cookie dough in this mini Madeleine pan. I will provide a no-spread sugar cookie recipe down below. For the technique, pipe a pool of chocolate in the center of the cavity and press until the chocolate spreads to the edges. I really love this creative idea. The inspo for this design was from Love is Bakeable on Instagram. Once the chocolate is completely set, carefully remove the Madeleine from the mold. The chocolate surface on Frankenstein is really shiny because he has such a glow lately. To style Frankenstein's hair, dip about 1/3 of the Madeleine in black chocolate. I suggest wearing gloves to avoid smudging or fingerprints. Bring him to life by applying his googly eyes, either with a glue pen, dab and hold edible adhesive, or a dot of melted chocolate. We can't forget to give the bride her lipstick with a mini heart sprinkle and her iconic hairstyle by piping on zigzag striped lines with a stiff consistency white chocolate. Then take her glam to the next level with Wilton edible glitter spray. Finish off Frankenstein by piping a squiggly mouth and his signature scar. Place them on full display of the throne of Oreos for a fabulous monster mint chocolate. Last but not least, the fifth and final flavor is cookies and scream. Divide up the remaining filling and with the first half, sprinkle in crushed Oreos for the Oreo cream layer, just like sprinkling toppings on a pizza, and fold in until reaching your desired look. Doing this gradually ensures the cream doesn't appear muddy, and to make everything pop, I dyed the top layer a bright orange color with a few drops of neon orange gel food coloring. Line a quarter of the cup with the Oreo crumbs, just as we prepared for the Monster and Dirt cups, then pipe the second layer with cookies and cream cheesecake filling. Repeat with another layer of Oreo crumbs and alternate with orange cheesecake. I decorated with a simple yet classic stabilized whipped cream swirl using a 1M decorating tip and another frightful friend for Boo. I hope you guys enjoyed transforming this one cheesecake filling into 5 dessert cup flavors. This no-bake recipe is sure to save you time without cutting out on all the fun. And don't forget to enter the Halloween giveaway. It's Christina here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.